Once upon a time, in a bustling town nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, there was a renowned school that had been shaping young minds for generations. It was a place where laughter echoed through the corridors and where dreams took flight. Among its esteemed faculty was a dedicated team of teachers, each possessing a unique passion for nurturing young hearts and brilliant minds. Among the students was a girl named Arya, a girl shrouded in mystery. Every morning, she graced the school grounds, her presence as silent and subtle as the falling snow. With her long flowing hair that cascaded down her shoulders like a silken waterfall, and eyes that sparkled with an otherworldly glow, she possessed a captivating charm that left an indelible mark on all who crossed her path. But Arya harbored a secret, a silence that echoed deeper than words could convey. For Arya was a girl who had never uttered a sound, a girl lost in the labyrinth of her own thoughts. Her silence was a puzzle that perplexed many. Parents whispered theories in hushed tones, their voices laced with concern and curiosity. Some believed that Arya's silence stemmed from shyness, a timidity that held her back from expressing herself. Others suspected a troubled home life, a hidden sorrow that cast its shadow on her young heart. Yet the truth lay dormant within Arya, waiting for the right moment to unfold. As the days turned into weeks, a sense of unease began to grip the townspeople. Arya's silence became a looming presence, a constant reminder of a mystery yet to be unraveled. The question hung heavy in the air. Why had Arya chosen to remain silent? Had she been silenced, or was she merely choosing to stay quiet? In the midst of this enigma, there was a teacher named Ms. Hayes, a woman whose heart knew no bounds. With a gentle touch and a compassionate gaze, she had dedicated her life to shaping young minds and nurturing their dreams. Ms. Hayes had a special place in her heart for Arya, a recognition of the unique challenges that the silent girl faced. She saw beyond Arya's reticence, recognizing the depths of her intellect and the strength of her spirit. One crisp autumn afternoon, while the leaves danced in hues of gold and crimson outside, Ms. Hayes found herself alone in her classroom after school. The silence was profound, broken only by the gentle ticking of the clock on the wall. It was in that quiet solitude that she decided to embark on a journey to unravel the enigma that surrounded Arya. With a determined heart, Ms. Hayes approached Arya's home, its grand facade hinting at the affluence that lay within. Taking a deep breath, she stepped onto the doorstep, her hand trembling slightly as she reached for the doorbell. The door swung open. She was met with a sight that both astonished and saddened her. Before her stood a cavernous hall, its grandeur doing little to dispel the chilling emptiness that permeated the space. The house, much like Arya herself, was a fortress of solitude, echoing with the absence of warmth and laughter. As the days passed, Arya's silence continued to baffle the townspeople. Theories abounded. Some whispered that she was gifted, while others claimed she had simply chosen to withdraw from the world. But amidst the speculation, Arya's parents remained distant, their opulent mansion shielding their daughter's story from prying eyes. However, Arya's silence was not a barrier to her brilliance. It was in her artwork, in her writing, and in her thoughtful gaze that her intelligence shone through. The pieces she created were like fragments of a cryptic puzzle, each one hinting at the turmoil that raged within her silent world. Meanwhile, Ms. Hayes, driven by her unwavering compassion, delved deeper into her craft. She spent countless hours poring over educational journals, seeking insights into the complexities of child psychology. She learned about different therapies and techniques that had proven successful in helping children who struggled to express themselves. Armed with newfound knowledge, Ms. Hayes designed a series of engaging activities for Arya, each one meticulously crafted to break down the barriers of silence. She introduced art therapy sessions where colors and shapes took flight on the canvas, becoming vessels for Arya's unspoken emotions. She engaged in music therapy, where the soothing melodies and rhythmic beats provided a comforting backdrop for Arya to explore her feelings. Yet despite Ms. Hayes' best efforts, Arya remained elusive, her silence as impenetrable as the walls around her heart. Weeks turned into months, and the townspeople's curiosity grew. They wondered if Arya's silence would forever shroud her in mystery, if she would forever remain trapped in her self-imposed exile. Then came a fateful day when a new student, Leo, joined the class. Leo was a whirlwind of energy and enthusiasm, his laughter echoing through the corridors. From the first day he'd befriended Arya, drawn to her enigmatic nature and intrigued by her haunting silence. Leo became Arya's confidant, patiently sitting by her side during recess, sharing stories and laughter. He never forced her to speak, but his unwavering companionship chipped away at the fortress around her heart. One day, as the children played, Leo noticed Arya sitting alone by the old oak tree, her gaze fixed on the ground. With a gentle nudge, he sat beside her, and for a while, an uncomfortable silence settled between them. Then, as if summoned by their shared tranquility, Arya's eyes fluttered open, meeting Leo's with an intensity that belied her quiet nature. In that moment, a bond formed, a connection that transcended words. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the playground, Arya hesitantly reached out, her fingers tracing patterns on the rough bark of the tree. A single tear rolled down her cheek, leaving a shimmering trail in its wake. Seeing her vulnerability, Leo's heart swelled with empathy. Without a word, he pulled out a handkerchief, his eyes conveying the silent promise to stand by her side. And then it happened. Arya's voice, though raspy from disuse, echoed through the twilight air. "Thank you," she whispered, the word hanging in the air like a fragile melody. It was a sound that shattered the silence, a testament to the power of friendship and the strength that lay dormant within her. From that day forward, Arya's transformation was nothing short of miraculous. With Leo by her side, she began to open up, sharing her thoughts and feelings in a torrent of words that flowed like a mighty river unleashed. Her silence, once a formidable barrier, crumbled before the unwavering support and acceptance that Leo offered. News of Arya's progress spread like wildfire through the town, bringing relief and joy to those who had despaired of ever hearing her voice again. Parents exchanged hopeful glances, whispering tales of the remarkable bond between Arya and Leo and the steadfast guidance of Ms. Hayes. Years flew by, and Arya blossomed into a remarkable young woman. Her voice, once hesitant, now resonated with confidence. Her artwork, once cryptic, now revealed a vibrant spirit that had overcome adversity. And as she stood on the precipice of adulthood, she knew that her story was far from over. Arya, Leo, and Ms. Hayes proved that sometimes all it takes to break through silence is a listening ear, a patient heart, and an unwavering belief in the power of human connection. Their story serves as a beacon of hope, reminding us that even in the darkest moments, the human spirit has the power to heal, grow, and ultimately prevail. If you enjoyed this story, I invite you to subscribe to our channel where you can also watch the video. Why did my best friend stop talking to me to learn about another touching story that will warm your heart?